Let's talk about spiritual wellness, breath work, and what we call a soul tune up. Really, when it comes to breath work, it's the power of breath and just slowing down and just being in connection with yourself. And there really is truly a difference when we do host those in person events to really get that connection.
Yeah, I mean, the spiritual journey of the
Hmm.
soul and that spiritual wellness. I mean, for us years ago, we never did breath work our whole lives, never did
No,
meditation our whole
I'd say
lives.
like 4 years ago was
Yeah,
when we
right. But we
started.
kind of hit a point in our lives where like we knew something had to change, right?
Yeah.
The awakening, right? That spiritual awakening, that spiritual
Hmm.
journey that is on there. And we self-discovered breathwork. We self-discovered meditation.
Yes.
We then went to so many different retreats and events and groups
Hmm.
that then over time, because it helped our own life so much,
You wanted to share it with
then we got
others?
certified in
Yeah.
pranayama and breath work, and we got certified in meditation, and we're getting more certifications as well. But it's why over the years we have helped hundreds of people, men, women, young, old, at in-person events. And actually, why are in-person events so different than doing them online?
So in-person events are just different because really you're in that physical presence. You feel connected. You have that physical touch with consent, of course, because you obviously want to ask consent, for physical touch, but there really is just this power. I can't really explain it, but really, of just coming together and just feeling like that emotion. And it's something that you have to experience in person versus online.
Yeah, and let's go back to that physical consent that Ashley was saying,
Hmm.
because we really want to make sure we understand it's a little
Yes.
clearer on here. We respect everyone's boundaries
Hmm.
so much in that safety, but that's why we have both Ashley as a woman,
Hmm.
myself as a
Hmm.
man, so that when we're helping men and women, right, we
Hmm.
always ask with eyes shut before class, or even whatever it might be, if you don't want a man to touch you,
Yeah,
raise
raise
your
your
hand.
hand.
If you don't want a woman to touch you,
Raise
raise
your
your hand.
hand.
If you don't want anybody to touch you, raise your hand.
Yeah.
And we always say, hey, if at any
Permission.
point in
Hmm.
time, if you no longer want to be touched, or you do want to be touched, or
Hmm.
you don't mind, let anybody know on there.
Hmm.
But we can tell you though that from grown men to women to couples, and anyone can tell you experience that when physical touch just occurs in contact, shoulder, arms, hands, right in the stomach for the breathing on
It
there, it
enhances.
has always broken down these walls
Yeah.
by even the toughest people we have known, that has let out screams, let out cries, let out laughter,
Laughing.
let out smiles, tears, whatever it is, because the human body and soul needs that physical touch,
Suppresses.
needs that
Yeah.
safety that happens to
Hmm.
occur on there, which is why you can't get that in a virtual presence,
Yeah.
right? Are there great meditations and breath work and things online? 100%.
Absolutely.
But if you yourself or you know anybody who's actually been to a breathwork event, to a spiritual wellness type event, to a soul release event, or even a meditation
Hmm.
group event, they will just tell you the energy is different.
And here's the thing too, like we're not saying that breath work is only for those that like need to release trauma,
Yeah.
right? Breath work can be something that you can, experience in your everyday life to just help you de-stress and regulate and just calm your nervous system. So really the benefits of breath work is to produce
Yeah.
clarity, that peace and that overall connection. But yes, as David mentioned, it's a great catalyst, so to speak, to help you elevate even more so in your transformational journey.
Yeah, and Ashley has a great point. It seems like all too often that the breathwork spiritual wellness, it's all about trauma and
Mm,
releasing and this, which it definitely is, right? But
yeah.
there's the other side that we have lots of events where it's just more, hey, we came here to increase the joy, increase the happiness,
Hmm.
increase the focus,
The
the
connection,
clarity,
right?
have fun. It's not always this low vibe, low frequency, negative part.
Right.
It's a yin and yang, it's a balance, but they are both equations that are on there. And that's also why though we tell everyone though, when they do come to events, we always say, hey, if you come here, any kind of negative emotions, right? Suppressed memories on
Mm,
there, things that maybe have been hidden that you don't know it
may
on
come
there,
up.
right? They've always come up,
Yeah.
right? They've always come up.
Hmm.
And, a lot of times, yes, they could be sexual in nature. That tends to happen for men and women on there. Could be physical abuse in nature on there,
Yeah.
right? Or if there's things that you yourself are guilty of, you
Hmm.
yourself are shameful of,
Hmm.
they always come up. And
Hmm.
we don't ever want someone to come to any event we do and have this occur without them being fully aware of this on there. Because when this is released, it is a very beautiful thing
It
and it helps out
is.
massively in the journey. But after only like an hour and a half or 2 hours with us, they have to go home, right? Back to their own life. And so they themselves have to deal and cope with this newfound energy that
Like
got
that
released.
shadow work, essentially,
Right. So we
right?
don't
Like
ever
working
want
on
anybody
that.
surprised by what may occur, but we can tell you though, if you are ready to change,
Mm,
are ready to transform, are ready to awaken on there,
hmm.
then the journey has to start from within. And that's
Yeah.
a beautiful process that we're just part of, that God is allowing us to have in this
Yes.
journey, that we're just sharing and impacting so many lives.
Yeah. And honestly, like, discovering breath work and discovering meditation, like my life has been forever changed. It's no longer about me and like my physical reality. It's more about like a connection within and like how I can just grow and become a better human to spread love and light to others. And David and I, we start off our mornings doing breath work, and it's just a really great thing. Easy, I would say. Like, it's not that difficult, but to spend maybe like 5 to 10 minutes. So there's different ways, right, that you can implement breath work to how you're feeling.
Because we all breathe, but so many have forgotten the power of breath
Breath.
work, right?
Yeah.
And
Superpower.
yeah, and have these awesome events. But we also love doing it as a couple, as a family. We have kids ourselves.
Yeah.
We teach our kids, but where we specialize more, and we've been together now for 20 years here, believe it or not, is that we specialize a lot with couples as well. So
Yes.
couples, partners, marriages, right? So a lot of times, right, we have created events, we have created things online to watch for free,
Yeah.
where they do involve physical touch with your partner or couple. They do involve hand holding,
Yes.
trusting the heart, their
Yes.
breathing, right? So that is something else we're very intimate about, is that we believe that the journey in life, right?
Together.
You have an individual journey, but it is together, because
That
if
it
you, right,
enhances.
if you have one person that's going through the spiritual wellness and the spiritual journey and is doing all this, other person's not, issues naturally arise. Now, you
Right.
shouldn't force the other person,
No.
right? But what will happen in time is, right,
Kind
that
of.
spouse or partner will see you becoming better. They're going to want to know what's happening. How's it working? I want to be part of it.
They have that choice, right? Like
Correct.
they have that choice. Like, with David, for example, he was the one that I would say started this journey. And I saw changes in him that it made me want to. So I started on my own journey. But I tell David all the time, like, if I didn't choose for my own self to go on this awakening journey, so to speak, I don't know if we would be as close as we are. So what he's saying is true.
And for all the men who are out there and the fathers who are out there,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I'm a Marine veteran myself out there. This is not a girly thing. This is not a woo-woo thing on here,
No.
right? I can't tell you how many men I've had, from business owners to executives to athletes to people in the special forces,
Yeah.
even just to the average Joe blower dad who's out there, right? This is for everyone, right? We're all a soul. We're all humans. We all have emotions. We all regulate. Now, it is different a lot of times, right? For men, we'll have to have a special class just for men where I'm the only one there. A lot of times when we have couples, they won't fully let go or release because they feel being judged by
Right.
their partner that's there. So a lot of times, even with couple stuff, we'll have to do a big separation as
Yeah.
well. But I guess in the end, right, I would just highly encourage you to check out Breathwork online on YouTube to start. Try some for free
Yes.
there. And if you get to a point, check out your local area. Check out, hey, are there Breathwork events going on in my local area? Can I attend some of these events in my local
Yeah,
area,
if
right?
you want that community, for sure.
Absolutely. And I mean, Ashley and I, we are located currently in the North Carolina area, where we do lots of events in Raleigh and Charlotte on here. We also go back to Arizona for our other home here quite often as well. So if you're ever in Arizona or in North Carolina and you want an in-person type event or experience,
Absolutely.
right, just let us know here as well.
Yeah, again, like David said, it's really just starting from within and then finding that community and going to those in-person events and even checking us out, our guided meditations that we have on YouTube
Yeah.
too.
And the energy healing sessions that we do are individualized as well. That's totally a separate
Oh, yeah,
thing on there.
that's
We'll talk in other
separate.
videos about energy healings on there.
Otherwise,
Those are
we don't wanna
private,
overwhelm.
private one-on-one sessions, but those are
right,
extremely,
we're
extremely, 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 extremely intense. So, anywho, if you want to check out breathwork and meditation, and you want to experience it, try out
Yes.
YouTube. Check out your local community. Check out Google. Check out Eventbrite.
Lead.com.
Check out people's out there,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, whatever it might be, so you can experience it. Ashley, anything else you want to say?
No, we're just excited to have you along this journey with us and sending you abundance and
Love, light, and life.
life.